Yo, this is Rolio, aka Rolly Like to Watch, aka Glasses Nigga, Bloodsport Battle League, Ball Hog ENT, Indiana Battle Rap. I got some more recaps for y'all. About to get into this Expedia versus Tisdale. This was a new blood battle, the weight room 2.0. Uh, this was Expedia's first battle. This is Tisdale's second battle on cam. Uh, One round battle. My man Expedia went first. Excuse me. Expedia's style is like the chop style, like rapid fire, like real fast spitter. So he slowed his delivery down a lot for his first battle, which was a good thing. I think he still need to slow it down a little bit more just so he can be more effective. But he definitely slowed it down for his first battle. I thought for his first battle, I thought he did pretty good actually for it being his first battle ever, in life on cam and whatnot. He did pretty good for his first battle. Uh, he didn't really like his punches. He didn't really have a lot of punches. Like some battlers are punchline battlers, or they like to scheme, or they heavy on the wordplay, or they're like a mixture of both, or they freestyle, rebuttal stuff like that. I'm not sure if he hasn't found his style yet because I know he like where the punches should have been, it was something else. So I think you need to just work on your punches, Expedia. And you did have a scheme like the Saw scheme you did with the tools, where you kept referring back to your tools and the whole movie Saw references or whatever. That could have been dope, man. That could have really been dope if you would have put it together right. But once you get more battles and watch your footage and write more, you'll figure out how to put the schemes together better. But that could have been pretty dope if you would have put it together right. You had a little slight stumble, but it wasn't nothing too crazy. You bounced back from it, and like I said, with it being your first battle, I think you did pretty damn good for it being your first battle. Shit, I still be choking however many battles in that I am. So I think you did pretty good for your first battle, man. So shout out to Expedia. He got another battle coming up on this October joint we putting together versus my man Fuego, another new cat. So shout out to him. But just keep grinding, keep working at it, Expedia, and you'll get to where you try to be. Uh, Tisdale had a pretty nice showing. I think against Yak, I think his bars was a lot better against Yak. I think he took Expedia pretty light, which I guess is a good thing and a bad thing, because I feel like he was on cruise control this entire battle and he still clearly won it. You can't do that against everybody though, Tisdale. I think you know that though. But nice delivery. Like I said, he went pretty light with the bars, nothing super duper crazy, but he still had like some solid punches, and everything was pretty effective or whatever. I know one of the lines I was digging was he was like, he do business dirty with strings attached. That's a tampon. That was crazy. He said, I can't even read these notes, man. He said, ventriloquist had a hand in sending dummies to your house. That was nice. Or had a hand in sending dummies to your front door. And then he had to asking why, had your mama standing over your casket asking why, like Jadakiss. All them lines was pretty light, but they was effective enough to get the W or whatever. I think Tisdale gonna be that dude, man. He white, he got that working for him, and he can spit. He definitely him and Nice and King Eight. They, excuse me, they definitely like three of the ones that's on the come up. I'll throw Black Dynamite in there. I'll throw Spaz Mayweather in there. Uh, I'll throw Deep Blood in there. Who else? I think I'm after the night. I think I'm gonna be throwing Prophecy and Bo Jones in there, and it's somebody I'm forgetting or whatever, man. It's no diss or whatever. But out of the new crop of cats we got, man, these dudes ain't playing. These dudes is not playing. You know, I got I got a lot of things in store for these boys, for these new cats, man. So we gonna see if they continue to work or whatever. But anyway, back to Tisdale. Tisdale, man, pretty good battle. He did his thing. Like I said, I think he went pretty light versus Expedia. we yet to see Tisdale in a 3 round battle. His next battle against Breezy, now known as Bros. Shout out to him. Will be coming up in October, and I think that's going to be a challenge for Tisdale. You know, I think Breezy got the potential to be one of them dudes too. It just ain't all came together for him yet. He ain't a rookie by far. You know, he ain't really a new blood either. You know, but you know, he's still training in the weight room to get right or whatever. So I think Breezy definitely got some bars. He come with some crazy haymakers. I think him and Tisdale could be a crazy battle. But that's how I scored that one. I had Tisdale taking it, 1 rounder versus Expedia. Shout out to both of them new bloods on the come up, Bloodsport Battle League. Now the next battle we're gonna get into was on the Raw Footage Express. Mel Cap versus C Double, the Destroyer. Now I thought this battle was going. I thought this battle had the potential to be a classic battle, but it wasn't. Thanks to Dub. Thanks to you, Dub. But round 1 rounder, Mel Cap went first, and I probably usually ain't gonna never recap these raw footage battles, but I had to recap this one. Round 1, Mel Cap was like, I want to go first. Cap hadn't battled. He hadn't had a battle drop in like over a year. He hadn't battled, so he was ready to battle or whatever. He was sitting on bars, and he showed out with the bars or whatever. I think it was a little choppy at times on how it was put together. I think he might have pieced some stuff together, but nonetheless, everybody know Cap got them bars. And actually, I think Cap performance was cool this battle too. I think he turned it up a little bit more than he normally do. Like his best battle performance wise is definitely been against K Stacks. But I think like he was right there with that battle, with this battle. But anyway, my man Cap said, if you this is how he started it out, started the round out. If you flex, you get stressed out like Shawn Michaels entrance. Now everybody know when Shawn Michaels come out, he flex and then he stretched that leg out, and then the fireworks and everything go off behind him. That was crazy. I'm sick of wrestling bars because everybody doing, but that was mean. That was mean. Then this nigga says, he continues on. It was a whole little Shawn Michaels scheme. Make your heart break, kid, from that super kick. Make your heart break from the super. Yeah. Then this nigga Cap says, look, a little more wrestling line. He says, make that whole scream when that gym dug in. Hacksaw. That was hard. I had a similar line, but it was totally different at the same time. Then Cap says, I keep a pair in sight for these parasites, but these cans ain't flea spray. That was light, but I still thought it was nice wordplay. Treat the case like me and your bitch in the shower. Get off clean. That was dope. Then he says, call it a false start because yards you get sent from back. Wait, that ain't make sense. Call it a false start because some yards you get sent back. That was dope. That was real dope. Bars go overhead like your health on every fighting game. That was a crazy haymaker. Because niggas know on every fighting game, the health be right here above your head. So that was dope. We got the scenery in the back. Look at the scene. Look at the scenery in the back. Nigga living good. Look at the scenery in the back. But anyway, every line go over your head like a nigga's health. I mean that was dope. That was dope. Then this nigga says, and at the battle, I went on camera during the filming of the battle. I was with my man T Nasty. I was standing beside him on my cycling joint, on my cycling shit directly. But I seen this coming. I seen this line coming when he was setting it up. Cap said, scoop you and drop you. Have you having flashbacks of Judah. Now everybody know that Judah, shout out to Judah, shout out to K100. He scoop slammed C Double off of T Riffic porch a few months back, well, probably about a year back now. Shout out to T Riffic. But he scoop slammed this nigga off the porch. You know, I ain't gonna get into all of what and why and all that stuff, but it happened. Judah's an older fellow. He's not an old man. He's an older fellow. C Double is a younger fellow. And Dub got scoop slammed off the porch on some wrestling shit. But, so that was a crazy reference or whatever. I thought that was funny. Everybody was rolling in the footage or whatever. Then Cap ends the battle off deep in some shit. Deep in some shit. Couldn't change that with the pins. That was light, but I thought that was pretty dope. So overall, Mel Cap first round back into the ring. I thought it was pretty solid, pretty dope. It was a lot of bars in there. Like I said, Cap known for having them bars. Bars was crazy. So we get into Dub's round. Dub starts out pretty strong. He had this crazy Mel Cap flip where he flipped Cap. Now it was pretty dope. He started out with that, and then he had like this Curry scheme, like a nigga to play for Golden State. What's the little nigga name? Y'all know the nigga, Dale Curry's son, Stephen Curry. He had this like little Curry scheme, and that was pretty dope. Then Earl start knocking, start tapping him on the shoulder, and he start freestyling. Then Earl came back a little bit. He was like, "Hey, nigga, I'm trying to get your attention." Earl came back, and Dub kind of lost it, but Dub got it back. In the meantime, niggas in the back just crying on this nigga, just in the background, just rolling, because this is like some of the funniest shit ever seen in BBL. So niggas in the back rolling, but Dub shake Earl off, and then he get into this wrestling scheme. Actually, the wrestling scheme, I thought it was pretty dope, man. It was pretty dope. My only issue with the wrestling scheme, Dub, is that the wrestling scheme was kind of long and drawn out, and everybody do wrestling schemes. But if you're going, I mean, wrestling scheme's pretty overused. But if you're gonna do a wrestling scheme, it got to be dope. And I thought his scheme was pretty dope or whatever. Then after that, man, it kind of just fell apart for Dub. It wasn't really a good showing for Dub. Like it don't look as bad as it actually was. When you watch the footage, it was a lot worse. Like niggas was walking off out of the background so they can go off to the side and laugh. Like this shit was hilarious. Dub, you a vet. You a vet, Dub. You gotta do better than that, Dub. You a vet. But shout out to Dub, Dose, One Up, Zombie Gang. Shout out to Dub. Lesson learned. Raw footage express. Raw footage express. The raw footage is real. Just like the Hoggenati. Like the Hoggenati is real. The raw footage is real. Anybody can end up in raw for shit. I try to tell Argotti to put a couple of them joints from the death certificate in raw footage. Mess around me, them shits be in raw footage. Few of them shits. But shout out to everybody, Bloodsport Battle League, BBL. Shout out to my man Dan Brown, aka Alias, Bog, ENT, Team Glasses, nigga. The recap's gonna keep coming. I gotta do that Kane Marco versus Paulo Creed. And I'm gonna do one of the K and K joints. Shout out to Clax. Shout out to Manifesto.